Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you to talk about how to examine NOAA Hurricane Helene before and after imagery. This is inside the ArcGIS Online tool. It is a swipe map. You've probably seen many of these in the past. This is a very powerful technique to look at change over space and time. In this case, the grim details of before and after, as you can see here, whole entire neighborhoods devastated by the recent hurricane, fall 2024. I have a link in that box that you saw a moment ago on how to get to this swipe map from the disaster response page at Esri, my organization. Secondly, though, realizing that this is an event that affects real people, real lives, real property, my heart goes out to all those affected, and geospatial technology is fundamental to emergency response in this and other hazards. Thirdly, you can build your own swipe map with land use and land cover on one side or the other, or two different dates, as you can see here in the areas I'm examining, using this swipe tool and other tools that you can look at to not just maps for the sake of making maps, but to actually understand situations, get emergency response to the people and areas that it is needed, and look at, okay, how do we build a more resilient future going forward? So that's the three reasons why I wanted you to examine this. A, it makes a grim but effective teaching tool. B, you can access other tools on the Esri disaster response site. And C, you can actually make your own swipe maps using tools inside the ArcGIS Online tool set. Again, I give you a link at the beginning. I'm going to give it to you again at the end of this video in terms of how to get to this area and get to this particular tool, but think outside the box. Think outside the hurricane or even disaster response, that you can make these tools, you can make these mapping tools in a straightforward way and quite easily and effectively to examine other areas of the world. Land cover change, population change, disaster, changes through natural hazards and disasters such as this. You can see here this bridge, this whole neighborhood, this estuary. We'll look at the bridge here in a moment. You can see the debris at either side of the bridge there. So high-resolution satellite imagery from a number of providers that are thankfully stepping up to help emergency responders access the data. So here's the disaster response program page at Esri. You can see earthquakes, flooding, public health, wildfires, etc. And under the hurricane zone, you will see not just this particular swipe map and tool, but other case studies of how geospatial technology and spatial thinking are really aiding in the forecasting while the disaster is happening and post-disaster recovery, not just the days after, but months and years after to rebuild the infrastructure, to understand the situation, to look at current storms. As you can see right here inside that same zone, you can look at current cyclones and hurricanes as well. So I encourage you to dig into these tools. If you're a researcher, if you're a teacher, if you're an emergency responder, if you're a scientist, if you're a planner, these tools are quite effective. All of these issues, natural hazards and beyond, are spatial issues, and hence geospatial technology can help us to understand and mitigate and bring relief and aid to crisis situations like this. Very important tools going forward. The other set of tools, as I'm exploring here, you can look at, if you're interested in Hurricane Helene, you can look at photographs, again, using, in this case, ArcGIS Online with pop-ups, thinking about, hey, you can create your own ArcGIS Online maps with your own pop-ups, and there are certainly no shortage of tutorials and lessons to help you do exactly what you see here. I invite you to take a look at these tools, and my heart goes out to all those affected by this and other natural hazards. Take care.